こんにちは。皆さんお元気ですか? Hi, I'm Grace Asakura, and welcome back to another episode of Zen with Grace. If this is your first video, this series, Zen with Grace, is where we gonna study Japanese proverbs of sayings, and we talk about it and just get a deep insight. So I'm not really like a master of Zen or the philosopher or any sort of professional like Zen monk or anything, but I love literature. Then I grew up hearing those Japanese kotowaza proverbs, so I wanted to introduce you some of the ideas. So today we'll talk about nanakorobi yaoki. Nanakorobi yaoki. Some people say七転八起. Just take the kanjis inside and just put them together. Hichiten yaki. Hakki, sorry. And so basically, that's 7, nana. Korobu is to fall, stumble. Hachi is 8. Oki is to get up. So you can fall 7 times, but you get up 8 times, then you just keep going. So actually, recently, I realized that the math doesn't add up. I never thought about it. I thought, okay, so every time you fall, you get up. Then I realized that if you're falling 7 times, you just need to get up 7 times, right? And I asked online, and they said, so the first time when you were born, the baby is usually, they cannot walk. So you get up first time. So that's counted the first time. So the first getting up is when you were born. Then after that you fall, then you get up. So that's 1 fall, but the second time to get up, right? So that's why there is extra number of like getting up. 7 falls, 8 getting up. So that's the math part, if you ever wonder. But basically, it says, no matter how many times you fall, you just need to get up every time. And I believe it's the same notion that this is what I heard in English. So as long as you get up, failure is not a failure. So you might think, oh, you made a mistake, something didn't go as well as you thought, or you fall. But when you get up, it's going to be just a lesson that you learn. So it's not a failure. It's just a lesson in this like long path of life. I believe it's true. And I like that. And this concept is the same, but I also know that it's not as easy as it sounds. So I just wanted to mention a couple of things. The picture we get with this proverb is a little kind of doll, I guess, called daruma. And that's like a round shaped one, but it's got the weight at the bottom. So no matter how many times you knock it down, it just gets right back up because there's a weight at the bottom. So, it's the balance. It's always stands up like the right way. So that's another lesson that we can learn. If you have that balance, the weight, no matter you get knocked down, you can get right back. And then sometimes what happens to me is that when I'm weak, either physically or emotionally, mentally, in any way, when you fall, like when I fall, when I'm weak, it takes a while or like a lot more effort to come back up, right? And I think it's important that you are ready for the fall anytime, especially when you are doing something, I don't know, new or something kind of taking a big risk. So I think having a balance, physically, mentally, emotionally, I think it's very important. Then also, I know like 7 times, 8 times, in general, I know the proverb meant to say that no matter how many times you get up, fall, you can get up. But I think there's a limit. Like if you fall like 100 times, you will get tired of getting up. I was like, again, again. So it's not encouraging you to make big mistakes, maybe small ones, here and there. It doesn't affect you that much, but some like falls that would make you stop. If you keep doing that like every day or like too many times, at the end, we're all humans. We might just get tired, so we have to be careful. But at the same time, if you're too careful, you're just thinking about the risks, you're not going anywhere. Because you know what happens? The best way not to fall is not to walk. You just stand here and do nothing, and you never fail. You never make mistakes. And how fun is that, right? You can live like that. That's one way to do it. But if you have something like a goal, if you want to go somewhere, you definitely have to walk, or sometimes even run. I've been reading some books, and it feels maybe I'm just in that path right now. You feel everything kind of trying to encourage me to dream bigger. I know it's a kind of cliche, but I sometimes forget that I get so focused on what's right in front of me, right? So like, for example, like I'm making this YouTube video, right? And sometimes like I get focused, I want some views, how people would see me, those like small things. And it's important that, you care about those things, but I always remember why I'm making this, the big picture. So that gives me like the reason to make it. No matter how many views I get, even if it's 0, I will still make videos about dreaming big. Think about GPS, right? So let's say I'm in LA. Let's say I set the GPS destination to San Francisco, for example. That's like 5-6 hours away by driving. And so you head out there, but let's say maybe usually take a freeway 5, yes. Let's say the freeway 5, there was an accident, it's not available. The GPS will guide you to a different route, right? So the further the destination is, you will have more options to get there. Yes, but let's say my destination is the grocery store around the corner. If I put GPS, I probably have like only a way or two, maybe 3 ways, unless you're like going all the way around. But GPS will only show you a couple of options. So what I'm trying to say is that if you know that you want to go that far, might as well set the GPS that far at the beginning. So if anything happens, you will have other paths to get there. But what we kind of fall into this trap that's just too big a dream to go to San Francisco. Let's just start small. Then you set the GPS to a nearby destination like store. Then you only have a few options. Then let's say those streets are blocked for constructions, then you're done. You can't go there. So my point is that falling or having setbacks, yes, you can try to you can get up as many times as it needed, but to make it easier, let's put your goal, your dream, as far as you want. You don't have to go all the way, like more than you want, but I'm sure you have some kind of goals, future designs further down. So let's just set the goal, your GPS, there already, at the beginning, so the life can show you the options to get there. Don't live small. Alright, so that was today's episode of Done with Grace. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. またね。